Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming, here with more Let's Play Breath of the Wild. Last time, we made it to a stable. Also, if we wanted to, I could snag one of these horses and register it at the stable. But I don't want to do that yet. I will eventually register a horse. I always name the first horse I register Crudler. Because it's a good name for a horse. Oh, I don't want to use a fire arrow on a bird. If you use a fire arrow on an animal, then it'll cook it immediately. We're gonna go to Hot New Village later, but that's later. Well, not much later. Oh, I was hoping that'd be... Actually, if there's this many rocks... Let's see... If there's this many rocks, there's probably... Oh, okay, that circle of stones there. Okay, no. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, you basically gotta MJ that rock into that little circle there. You can use Cryonis to help you. Some Hyrule herbs. Doesn't look like an herb to me. I guess dandelion is an herb. You just don't think of it as one because it doesn't really... not really herbaceous. And when you think of herbs, you think of parsley, sage, rosemary, and Lowry's seasoning salt. Oh, hey, this fella here. Yes, I can see you. Maracas. Alright, I'm going to... see, knock him into the water. Whoop. And... knock him into the water. Then... knock him into the water. There we are. That's my usual strategy for these guys. Sometimes they don't get knocked into the water and they land on a very low ledge, but they survive. Ah, maracas. Surf on down to him. Gnarly. Alright, I want more slots in my weapon stash. Every expansion will cost you more Korok seeds. To expand every slot in bow, shield, and sword, or bow, shield, and weapon, you have to have 441 Korok seeds. There are 900 total. If you get all 900, you literally just get like a, well done, you got 900, way to go. Get another bow. Excellent. I think once he expands your stash by 2 in some form, then he'll... Yeah, he's gonna like piss off now. Alright. There, back to the throwing spear. Bird drumstick. Each meat has 3 levels. For meat, for like the beef, you've got raw meat, raw prime meat, and raw gourmet meat. Even though here in the US, prime is actually our highest designation. I believe it's choice select and then prime. Maybe it's select, choice, and prime. I know prime is our fancy meat. For the poultry, you've got raw bird drumstick, raw bird thigh, and raw whole chicken. There we are. Alright, cool. All that sparkles. That song, that thing the guy was singing, I love the morning light. I imagine it was similar in tone to I love a rainy night. Okay. Take a look here. Buy armor. Want to buy a Hylian hood. Also want to buy a Hylian tunic. I'll eventually get better armor, but for now that's about as good as I'm getting. Let's sell. Can I sell? Nothing. Well, actually, let's sell the Nintendo Switch shirt. Link can no longer shill. So, some of these are Korok puzzles. Just drop this in here. And we get another Korok seed. So if you see shrines where you have, like, X number of empty bowls, and X minus 1 empty bowls happen to be filled, just fill the other bowl with whatever the hell the other bowls are filled of, and you're golden. I did a really bad job of explaining that, but oh well, I demonstrated it well enough, because it's not always going to be apples. I want a bunch of Stamella shrooms. They grow under here like gangbusters. I don't care about those guards, so I'm gonna... Her name's Paya. Alright, so she's stressed out by there being a man around. Let's get naked. I think the implication is that Link is actually really walking around nude when he does that. Alright, let's go in here.
So, you're finally awake.
And yes, I think this is where it's revealed that it's been 100 years.
It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you? Ah. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Oh. 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 Yeah.
That's how we roll, Impa.
Oh.
Alright, I'm just gonna skip this. Basically, Calamity Ganon appeared, shit went down, now Zelda is fighting him in the...
Oh.
Now Zelda's basically fighting him, kind of sealed at Hyrule Castle. If he's allowed to remain unchecked, then, you know, it'll be bad news for the entire world. But like every other video game, we can take our... we can take our sweet country time doing whatever we want. We can go right to the Divine Beasts, but there are some things that I want to do first. First time, she's going to charge us to go to Hotno. And then she's going to chart. And then once we get to Hotno, we'll get a side quest. We can get a very nice piece of armor from that. So I'm actually going to warp back to the stable. And this time go east instead of going north. But yes, the two things I want to do are a side quest that will unlock once I go to Hotno, and getting the Master's Sword, which in this game requires 13 heart containers. Well, not you to get 13 distinct heart containers, rather for you to have 13 hearts. There's Beetle, loyal as ever. I think I'm gonna take a nap. It's noon, so I'm just gonna make it noon again. I get the soft bed. Alright, so if you get the soft bed, you get an extra heart. Extra hearts do not count towards your Master Sword heart total. Who we got here? The fact that she's walking is... Okay, it's the gym chick from earlier. But yeah, the fact that she's walking instead of sitting on the grass means that... Well, you'll see. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, now we head east. We're going to go to Hotno Village. That's Hotno Tower over there. I'm going to be stopping there first. Because, obviously, I like having the map over not having the map. I forgot to get the shrine that's in Kakariko Village. Oh well. Yes, every town, with one exception, one bizarre exception, every settlement in this game has a nearby shrine. So, you know, if you gotta go there on the quick, fast, you're golden.
Hi.
Spring of Wisdom. We will go there eventually. But not until later. I ended up at the Spring of Wisdom on accident during my first playthrough because I was trying to cut through Kakariko to Hotno, and I just headed east, and it took me... Well, it took me to a place that I shouldn't have been. Okay, so some of these guardians are indeed still kicking. Like that one. Okay, let's, basically, once it locks on you, run like hell. Get behind things, if possible. Get out of its sight lines. Okay, that wasn't too bad. He kind of wanged us a little. And that looks like it's a, that might be a chest. That is a chest. That's 2 chests. Opal, I'll take it. Emblazoned shield, I'll also take it. Get that rush room too, because why not? This is Fort Hotno. Some good stuff for us here. Probably should have pinned the Hotno Tower. Oh well, if I follow this path, I will eventually come across it. I didn't think that was going to be a Korok rock. Is this a salesman? Alright, let's see here. Okay, this person is... Are they gonna wave at me? Yeah, be very wary of anyone who waves at you. I don't want to deal with them yet. Oh, what the hell, I'll show them off. I'm gonna have to show them off at some point. No. Anyway, yeah. These guys are evil. They'll show up every so often. If you see someone who is waving at you, and their name is Traveler, if they have like a dedicated name, like some of these NPCs have had, then they're not Yiga. Ah. Go down some steak. There we are. Vicious Sickle. And they usually drop mighty bananas. And they're about the only place to get rupees here in the game. Well, there's another one, but It involves hurting a bunny, which I don't want to do. I don't like hurting bunnies. Let's see. If I follow this path, I'll eventually come across Hot No Tower. Like up here. Maybe? Not a huge deal if I don't get the tower. Oh, there it is. Duh. Alright. Yeesh. I don't care about those farmers' pitchfork. They're not very good weapons. Oh, man. Come on. That's the beauty part about the bombs. They really are good at doing the knockback damage. Choo-choos only have like 1 HP. I'll go down to anything. Maybe more like 4, but they are very weak. Alright, just gonna Korok leaf it up. There we are. Send him for a swim. I believe they might be immune to the effects of wind. It sort of stuns them briefly. What the hell? I'll get some Moblin parts. They sell for decent money. Yeah, Korok Leaf's really good on steep slopes like this. That oh, it's like a bird or something. Oh yeah, I got the soldier's bow. That's why I'm one-shotting these fools. Please don't rain. The reason I don't... Well, I might be able to get through here, but the reason I don't want it to rain is because I'm about to have to burn something. And well, if you need it explained to you why you can't burn something while it's raining, I'm sorry. I don't think there's a lot I can do to help you. Okay, good. I might be able to... Oh yes, that's another thing. When you burn, there's an updraft. Yes, even if it starts raining, I can still grab onto this tower without incident. But, well... Not bad. Yeah, I accidentally updrafted myself into spines. Okay, this works. This works just fine. There we are. As long as it doesn't rain, we're golden. Okay, beautiful. Some towers you can just walk right up to them. Climb them. Ain't no thing. Then you got some towers like this where you gotta take down some spinies. And then there are others where all of the platforms are really high up, so you actually have to approach it from a pretty high vantage point. Or use a certain ability. Or just have a crap ton of stamina. Either or. Alright, we've awakened, that's weird. We've extracted the map for the Hotno region. And next time, I'm going to go to Hotno Village, which is over... There we are. Yeah, see all them little windmills and whatnot? That's Hotno Village. That thing I'm pointing at right now is the lab. So we're going to go there next time on Let's Play Breath of the Wild. This has been Three Roads Gaming. Sure, I'm glad the road brought you here. Hope it brings you back my way again soon. Have a good one, everybody.